All right, this is the final lesson of Unit 6. This is 6.10b, solving for a variable with simple interest. So again, we're going to be starting with our simple interest formula, I equals PRT, and we're going to be working backwards here. Leon charged $75, so that's his principal, at an interest rate of 12.5%. How much will Leon have to pay after 1 month if he makes no payments? So his time is going to be 1 month, so 1/12. So his interest is going to be $75 times 0.125 times 1/12. So for his interest amount, 75 times 0.125 times 1/12 is going to give him 78 cents in interest. So that's going to get added back on because how much is he going to have to pay? Well, he still owes the $75, but now he also owes that 78 cents as well. Number 2, Jamira received a $3,000 car loan, so it's going to be her principal. She plans on paying it off, the loan, in 2 years. At the end of 2 years, she will have paid $450 in interest, so what's her rate? So I equals PRT. So we're going to have 450 equals 300 times R times 2. So we're going to do the 300 times the 2, which will give us 600 times R. Divide through by 600 to get the R by itself. And that's going to give us, oh, I missed a 0 here. Whoa. Holy smokes. There we go. Sorry, excuse me. So 450 divided by that is going to give us 0.075, which is R. And again, we have to move the decimal point over. So she has a 7.5% rate here. For question number 3, Paulo has $4,500 to invest in college. He does this for 4 years and earns $630. What is his rate? This is his principal, his time, and that's his interest. So I equals PRT, 4,500 times R times 4. So we're going to have this, 4,500 times 4 is 18,000. R. To get R by itself, we divide through by 18,000. And 63 divided by 1,800 is going to give us 0.035 for our R. And it's a rate we need to move that decimal point over, so 3.5% rate is what he has. Pablo's goal is to have $7,000 after 10 years. Is it possible if he invests with a rate of return of 6%? So he still only has a principal of $4,500. His rate is going to be 6%, and his time is 10 years. So he wants to have 7,000. So if we're looking at this, 7,000 minus the 4,500, he's trying to get $2,500 in interest is his goal. So let's calculate here and see what his interest would be. So principal is 4,500, rate is 6%, and his time is 10 years. So 4,500 times 0.06 times 10 years is going to give me interest of $2,700. His goal was $2,500, so yes, he exceeds his goal. So he'll actually go above and beyond what his goal is because he'll make more money. How long would Pablo have to invest if he wanted to double his savings of $4,500 in an account that earns 15% interest? So if we're trying to double it, our interest needs to be $4,500, but our principal is $4,500. Our rate is 15%, and we're trying to figure out the time. So I equals PRT. So we have 4,500 equals 4,500 times 0.15 times t. So 4,500 times 0.15 is going to give me 675 t. Yes, I just dropped my calculator. I'm going to divide by 675, and I'm going to grab my calculator here. So my calculations are a little bit slow. So 4,500 divided by 675. I'm going to get 6.6 repeating. So if I'm trying to be specific, if I actually flip that over, 6 2/3 years is equal to my time. 2/3 times 12 is going to actually give me 8 months. So if I'm trying to be super specific, it would be 6 years and 8 months that he would have to invest to double it. And it's kind of cool that he would be able to calculate that amount. So final question, I believe here. Yes, question number 4 is it. Oh, nope, there's 2 more. Jake received a student loan for $12,000. He plans on paying off the loan in 5 years. At the end of 5 years, he will have paid $3,600 in interest. His principal is $12,000. We're trying to figure out his rate, and we know that the time was 5 years. So I equals PRT. So 3,600 equals 12,000 times R times 5. 3,600. 12,000 times 5 is going to give me 60,000 R. Divide through by 60,000. I missed a 0 there. And that's going to give me 0.06 as my rate, which again has to change to a percentage. So 6% rate. And then questions 5 and 6 here. Mei Ling invested $2,000 in a simple interest account for 3 years. She's earned $150 interest. What was her rate? So her interest is equal to her principal times her rate times her time. So 150 equals 6,000 R. Divide through by 6,000. And we get 0.025 is equal to our rate, so that's going to be 2.5%. Mr. Sprocket borrows $3,500 from his bank to buy a used car. The loan has a 7.4% annual simple interest rate. It takes him 2 years. What's the total amount he's paying? So we're calculating our interest. So 3,500.074, and that's going to be 2 years. So his interest is 3,500 times 0.074 times 2. It's going to be $518 in interest, but it wants the total, so we have to add that back on to the $3,500. So we are at $4,018, which is letter choice H then. So that wraps it up then for 610B, the practice packet page.